Here we are with another SAT problem. Number 16 on the practice test in Module 2. A right circular cylinder has a volume of 432 cubic centimeters. The area of the base of the cylinder is 24 square centimeters. What is the height in centimeters of the cylinder? So volume is how much, kind of like how much it contains. But what's nice about these is, let me see if I have it here. With the SAT exam, they're going to give you access to these formulas and equations. So we're talking about a right circular cylinder, which means it's a prism, right? So it's like a Pringles can is a right circular cylinder, right? Because the edges or the edges down to the bottom to the base is a 90-degree angle. It's not slanted or anything like that. And it's circular, which means that the bottom of the cylinder is an actual circle. It's not an ellipse or an oval or anything like that. It is a circle on the bottom, and then it's a certain height. So volume is the relationship. Whenever you're talking about a prism or anything like that, you're talking about you've got the base up to the height. So a cylinder is a circular prism, which is the base, which is a circle, and then you've got the height. So the volume is going to be, you have the area of the base times the height. So that's how you figure out the volume, which is, it's just like all those pieces of area kind of added up. When you're looking at triangles, if you notice here on the formula, it always has 1/3 because it doesn't go like circle to circle, it goes circle to point. So it's 1/3 of that, that area, right? But it's still area of the base times the height. But if it's a pyramid like this, where it goes to a point, it's 1/3 of that. If it's the whole thing, if it's a prism, where it goes circle to circle, circle on the bottom, circle on the top, it's just the area of the base, area of a circle is πr², times the height, which is, boop, all the way up. All right, so since we have our volume formula, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write that out. So I've got volume equals πr² times the height. Again, volume of any prism, it's a pattern. It's always going to be the area of the base times the height. So the area of the base times the height. Well, if the base is a rectangle, like up here, right? If the base is a rectangle, it's length times width. That's the area of a rectangle times the height. If the base is a circle like this one, you've got πr², which is the area, and then you've got times the height. So even if you don't have access to all of these formulas, if you have a general idea of what volume is, where it's, okay, it's always the area of the base times the height. Like this is one of those things that I try not to, don't get so hung up on memorizing formulas. First of all, because you're usually given a formula sheet, but also because you can figure it out. It's the area of the base times the height. All right, so let's look at this. So we've got a right circular cylinder has a volume of 432 cubic centimeters. So I'm going to highlight that. Volume of 432. Now, the only reason I'm paying attention to the units is to make sure that they're all in the same units. And I see centimeters, 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 done. The area of the base is 24. We're trying to figure out the height, like we just talked about. Ultimately, the volume of any solid, that's a prism, right? That's a prism, not pyramids necessarily. We take the area of the base and we multiply it by the height. So we already know the volume. They tell us the volume right here. It's 432 cubic centimeters. So the volume in this case is 432. So we've got 432 equals, we have the area of the base, they tell us is 24, times the height, which we don't know what the height is. That's what we're trying to figure out. So when we set this up, what we're looking at really is 432 equals 24 times h. So what I need to do is I just need to divide 432 divided by 24, and I get 18. So that means if 432 equals 24h, and I divide both sides by 24, I get h equals 18 centimeters, right? But they don't give us any, they don't make us get hung up on the units up here, so I'm not going to worry about them too much. So height is 18. That is our solution. That's mathed up.